Hello, yeah. I'm going to go in this ICAP, International Commercial Archeology Preservation Group, preserve history and share the news of commercial, technology, business, product, everything. This past week we've been talking about different brands, different segments. Today it's grocery stores. Remember those grocery stores you used to go to? Yeah. I remember not Top, PSD, that's my man. PSD, the price champion. That's the slogan, because the PSD is Puna and Company, which was owned by Penn Traffic, which was a food distributing company. They also own a Big Bear, which is out in Ohio. Apparently Penn Traffic pulled down, dominated because Big Bear was a little better, according to what I heard on Facebook. But a lot of people remember Nationwide was the largest grocery store chain called AMP, with a colonial roof style architecture. Matter of fact, it's still standing today with that look. For any other business, like I remember seeing one with 8 hardware store. That was AMP. There's so many different stores that are operating out of the former AMP. They were the largest. Today, the largest, they're all, every day keep changing, to be honest with you. Between Kruger, Publix, Albertson, Aldi. You gotta remember by square foot and how many unions, how many stores. So, it's all varies. Trader Joe's, another one. So, it's changed a lot today. Who's number one? But AMP was. By Law. Remember that brand? Just voted just a couple of years ago. God, never seen it. Probably other area. Remember, not all stores are completely natural wide. Some are regional. Like, for example, Whiteman is the Northeast, all the way to the East Coast to North Carolina. They're working their way to Florida. I know they are working their way to Florida. The Floridians are snowbirds. They want a Whiteman. Because Whiteman is not like public. And there's a big friction between those two. Yeah, of course. Because the fans, the public in Florida, don't like Whiteman, don't want anybody else, just want a public. Matter of fact, probably the business themselves want just public. I don't like that. If I was living in Florida, I would go somewhere else, because I had that bad experience with public. Only once here in South Carolina. I've been living here for 2.5 years. Yeah, 2.5 years. Almost 3. Almost 3. Because my sister wanted to go in. The only one. They're in Aiken. But I've been to a couple times to Kruger. The Walmart I've been to. The Gabio, both Gabio. I went to Aldi down here at Barnwell, because that's the kind of market they need. I already mentioned about Big Bear, because it was under Penn Traffic. Speaking of Penn Traffic, I forgot to mention, they used to have the world's largest warehouse for groceries. the world's largest. It's pretty big, I saw. Pretty big. It's right next to Dick 90, going toward the Bowenville from downtown Syracuse. That route feels long, but it's right there. Just near John Glass Boulevard. Get to Liverpool from Dick 90. The building's still standing there today. Something else there now. I think it's split up. I'm not sure. I'm down here in North Carolina for 2.5 years. Haven't been on that side of town since my mother's death in 2012. So that's 14 years spent. I haven't seen that area. Alright, let's go on to some more. I remember giant grocery store. Giant market. I've seen them in pictures and all that. Giant. Remember those. Great American is another. They were all over, they're gone. There were a lot of local mom and pop type that worked with IGA, which is supplier for groceries. Like here in Wilson, the Wilson Market, which is the IGA. In Syracuse, there were a lot of them. Peter, Willem, Noel James, mainly those big three. All of it. But Peter was sold to PNC, which sold to Top in a bankruptcy. They were bidding between Top, Price Chopper, and another chain, I can't remember. There were three, I know, there were three, fighting to take over PNC because they wanted that grocery spot. Because the lease in the building, ownership and things like that, and the food was south. So, Top won. Now Top has merged with Price Chopper, but they're not merging into one name. It's quite interesting how New York State battle with their grocery chain. The Syracuse used to have PNC. Now it's gone. Rochester has Whiteman. Top, the Buffalo. Price Chopper of Albany. Secondary, actually. Secondary. So, that's why they kind of, the battle of the throughway. Syracuse the first to lose out. Syracuse always losing out. And a lot of bits in the building and everything. That. We lost well. Tim Horton. What nickname is Timmy? Things like that, you know. There's so many bits and national wide went out. That's understandable. Like Borders and Eastern Mountain Sports, Herman, Chess Cane, you name it. You understand that part. You guys remember, see what else. Earth Fair, that's right. Earth Fair. It sounds like the kind of grocery store for healthy food. It's like Whole Food. You don't see Whole Food much anymore because Amazon bought them out. That's another one. Into Amazon food. Yeah. Remember that there was some grocery store and the department stores like Kohl, Kmart, that separate interest, separate, divided by that wall in the same plaza. Grocery store, department store. They could have came up with hypermarket. Hypermarket means both grocery store and department store into what? To one what? That's why it's called hypermarket. It's very common over in the Philippines that I've done my homework for that country for me to go. Pathmark. Wikipedia lists them that, but it's one company of another using the same name. So the original old one is gone. That old pathmark I'm talking about here. There's a few laps still running. Kind of like what few laps are like Pantarota, Friendly, those restaurants with just a few laps. I mentioned them all. All the others I see on the list in Wikipedia, I never heard of them. They're only for certain areas, like when I found that California, probably unheard of. In my circle with my friends who are in real retail, I'm at. Retail that are live on Facebook, the group I'm at. But also, I'm in other few retail group and shopping mall group, like Mall Archive, Den Malt, things like that. Alright? So, just name a few of those dead ones. Because I think now it's time for me to go. Yep. So, you all have a good night. Whoa! Yeah, I know. You want those good old days. The old-fashioned way. They are the... Bye, John Hausman. Bye. Joking. Yeah.